Okay guys, so welcome to your maths learning for this week. So your learning objective today, as you can read, is I know what an hour is. Okay, so that's something new. So let's just see what we've been doing so far. So we know that we've been measuring time, haven't we? That's what we've been learning to do. So when we measure time, we're measuring it so far in a second. Who remembers what a second is? It's like that, okay? It's one potato. That is 1 second. Okay, and then we've also learnt about and looked at a minute. Okay, so who remembers what a minute is? So a minute is 60 seconds. Okay, remember we were timing it after 60 seconds, then a minute has passed. Today we're going to be looking at a longer amount of time. So remember, a second is a very short amount of time. A minute is a bit longer. Now we're looking at an amount of time that's even longer than a minute. And the name of this is an hour, okay? Hour. Have a think if you already know what that means. And then let's get learning. So here, for example, I'm looking at a clock. We are actually going to learn about clocks more next week, okay? But this clock is saying 8 o'clock in the morning, okay? So that is the time. So now we're going to measure the time that passes from 8 o'clock in the morning for an hour. We're going to measure how much time passes, okay? Okay, everybody, so here we have my clock up here telling me that the time is 8 o'clock. So now we're gonna look into clocks properly next week, okay? But for today, I just need you to look at this clock to explain something. So this is telling us that it's 8 o'clock. We know this from here. We'll worry about the clock next week. But for an hour to pass, what we need, I need to show you this. Actually, let me show you first. So up here, we have little lines up here, and each of those show us 1 minute. Now we know that in 1 minute there are 60 seconds, okay? So from this dot here to this line is 1 minute. Here's another minute, there's another minute, and another minute, and another minute, okay? So if you watch really closely, I'm gonna pull this round by each minute, and you see that the minutes are counting up here, okay, the minutes that are passed. See that? Watch that go up around there. So this little hand on the clock is counting all of the minutes passed, and see how this orange hand starts to move. So see, now we're at 49 minutes, 51 minutes, keep going, keep going. Let's watch it keep going. Oh, 56, 57, 58, 59. 9 o'clock, okay? It's changed. So what's happened here is we have gone around the clock. 60 minutes have passed, and in 60 minutes, that is an hour, okay? So going back to where we were, we have a second, a minute, which is 60 seconds. We know that. Then we have an hour, which is 60 minutes, okay? So we've got second, which is this, a minute, which is 60 seconds, and then we have an hour, which is 60 minutes. Now, for me to film, like with the second, I showed you a second of a song. With a minute, I showed you a minute of a song. An hour is 60 minutes. It's a long time. So that means that our video would be very, very long, because an hour is a much longer amount of time, okay? But what I would like you to do is to look either at a clock or start a stopwatch or a timer now and see, watch it again and set it for an hour, okay? Another thing that you can do is to set a countdown for an hour. I'm going to show you that now. Okay, so on here, on onlinestopwatch.com, I have put this in for an hour. So this is something that you could do if you've got an hour at home, okay? So then I'm gonna click start and watch, see how it's gone to 59 minutes and the seconds are going down. Okay, so we're gonna watch this. These seconds are counting down from 60. You see each second passing, 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato. Okay, they're passing us by. And once a minute's gone, this will change to 58, which means we've got 58 minutes remaining until our hour has passed. okay? What I'll do is I'll leave this on, but I would like you guys to leave it on at home so that you can really feel how long an hour is, okay? That's something I can't show you on video, but if you set this up at home, you can really feel, oh, okay, an hour is quite long, and that's going to help you with what you're going to do. I just want to wait to watch to see this minute go down because we've nearly sat here and watched a minute go by. So let's just see 10, 9, countdown if you want, guys. Good to practice our numbers going backwards. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go, 58, and then it's gonna count down again. So these seconds are gonna count down from 60 because there are 60 seconds in a minute. It's gonna happen another 58 times and then our hour will have passed, okay? Okay guys, so then what I'd like you to do is to draw a table just like this in your book, okay? And on one side we've got under an hour, and on the other side we've got more than an hour. So the first thing you need to do is think about the things that you are going to do in your day and think about how you are going to measure the time that it takes you, okay? So it might be that you count, if you can count. It might be too long to count. If it's something like eating your dinner, you're not going to want to count all through eating your dinner. So some things you can count, some things you can't really count. If you can't count it, it might be that you decide to use a stopwatch timer, or it might be that you set something on the clock on your phone or an alarm to time you how long it's going to take. And then what I want you guys to work out is activities that you do that take under an hour and activities that you're doing that take more than an hour, okay? Because if we remember how many minutes are in an hour, 60. There are 60 minutes in an hour, okay? So that is a long amount of time we've been saying. So a second is short, a minute is a longer amount of time than that, but an hour is much longer. So when we were thinking about the songs, we played a second of a song and that was very, very quick. Then we played a minute of the song and we could really listen to the song and get into it. More than an hour of a song, you would probably be quite bored of the song because that is such a long time, okay? So there's lots of things that could happen in more than an hour, but quite a lot that would only take us under an hour as well. So I want you guys to think about what you're doing in your day, and just before you do it, to try and think or to measure some time or to ask your adult to help you to do this, and then make a record across the day. You could do longer than a day if you wanted. So for example, if you were going to watch Moana today, I know this because I've timed it. Moana is actually on for more than an hour. So here I might put watch Moana. Okay, because the amount of time that Moana is on is more than an hour. It's 70 something minutes. We know that there's 60 minutes in an hour, so it's much longer. But if I was going to peel a tangerine and eat the tangerine, I know this is going to take under an hour, because you can be sure of this by measuring the time. But then I would like you to write, eat a snack it might be, because it might not be a tangerine, but eat a snack. So I'd like you guys to think about today, measuring the time that certain things take you, thinking about things that you think might be quite quick and take a short amount of time, but things that you think might be longer. So what I'm thinking is going to sleep for the night. How long might that take? Is it under an hour or is it more than an hour? Eating a meal, is that under an hour or more than an hour? Going outside to play, if you've been going outside, do you stay outside for more than an hour or under an hour? You can get your adults to help you with this, because now we've moved on to hours. It's quite tricky because the amount of time is much longer. But there's a few tips there for things that you can do, and just keep a record of this. And then tomorrow we're going to put all of this learning together. It's going to be really exciting, okay? So good luck, guys.